I watched every episode of the Avatar Last Airbender live action. Here are my thoughts. It's a mixed bag. There were certain things I just loved about it. I loved a lot. And there were just other things that really bummed me out. The CGI of the bending, the music, the set design was flawless. Certain character portrayals were perfect. Ozai, he's better in the live action than in the animated series. Because in the animated series, he was this one-note, ominous figure. In this, he's a twisted father that constantly plays mind games with his children. That was a brilliant thing to add to his character, in my opinion, because you could see where Azula gets her manipulative tendencies from. Monkey Otso was perfection. He carried the first episode. I did not feel that powerfully about Monkey Otso in the original as I did in the live action. Zuko, to see the kind of connection that Aang and Zuko had in the Blue Spirit episode, because of the work that he did jotting down like the history of the avatars, to see their conversation, to see how it was expanded and how Aang really tried to be friends with Zuko, but because of Zuko's trauma, he wasn't able to. And seeing how the crew that Zuko has is connected to Zuko was genius. But there were just other things that were a bummer. Were such a bummer. They didn't have to do that to Gran Gran. Why did she get up and just recite the intro?
Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony.
But on the other hand, this is the first time I've ever felt with a live action that I'm excited to see how they would approach certain things. I would love to see how they would approach Toph's earthbending. I would love to see metal bending. There's a specific scene where Toph is metal bending and fighting some firebenders. And there's even a point where she crawls on the ceiling. I would love to see what they do with that. I would love to see what they do with Combustion Man. Aang fighting Combustion Man with airbending. They did so many things well, but there were really hard to ignore pitfalls with this live action.